My dish is inspired by a family trip that we took to jolly old England.
Oh, jolly old England.
Yes, so we had such a great time. We went to London, and our hotel had the most incredible baked goods. They did a little cookie decorating class for Iris that was amazing. We had so much fun. So I'm recreating one of my favorite things that we ate. Now, you might think England, scones, but it was actually the blueberry streusel muffins that really took my heart, okay?
Good muffin.
Did you tea time? Was it tea time?
Tea time,
Yeah.
yes, these are great for tea time, breakfast, tea time. Any time of day you want to eat a blueberry streusel muffin. It reminds me of like a coffee cake, which to me, coffee cake and a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, love it. Okay,
What am I
Jeezy,
doing?
you're gonna make the most important part of this recipe, and that's that streusel topping.
Yes.
So all you gotta do is take some butter, flour, brown sugar, ground up walnuts, and cinnamon, and mash them together with a fork, then stick them in the refrigerator and let it get nice and cooled down.
I could do this.
And I'm gonna work on our dry ingredients. So I've got my all-purpose flour here, and I'm gonna add into it some baking soda and some baking powder and some salt. And then just whisk that up. Now, you could sift these ingredients as well. That gives a nice light
That's a gentle
batter.
whisk. You're so gentle.
Yes, well, you know what? I've got a shallow bowl here.
Yep.
So
And a
I'm
nice outfit.
Yes, I'm not looking to wear, I wear my food on most occasions, but in England, they're very proper, okay?
They very much are.
Yes, they're very proper.
I think I remember streusel means scattered or something in German.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the scattered top, I think.
I've got room temperature butter here that I am gonna blend together with some sugar. So you wanna just let this get nice and light and fluffy. It usually takes a couple minutes to get there. And that's gonna give you a better texture when you make your muffins.
Less gritty.
Exactly. You want it to really get incorporated. Nice light color. Jeffrey, are you a muffin person?
You know, I used to be. I'm not anymore. I don't know why.
All right, you got the chilled one
I like
for me?
muffin tops.
You know,
All right, I've got...
the French version is mouflé.
Moufflé.
Moufflé. I mean,
Now you're making stuff up over
bread.
there.
No, I'm
Leave
not.
it to the French to make the muffin sound fancy.
no.
All right, I'm gonna add in 2 eggs
Cousin of Bobby Souffle.
and some vanilla. Give it another good mix here. Get that nice, rich color and flavor from our eggs. Now, I'm also gonna put sour cream in this, but I'm
Gotta have sour
gonna
cream.
put it in after I put half of my dry ingredients.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna scrape down the edges here. Always scrape down the edges of your bowl because otherwise part of it gets stuck and then you don't get the same incorporation that you might get. All right, so I'm gonna put half of my dry ingredients. And it is so crucial when you're making muffins to not overmix.
Yeah.
All
Like,
right.
bread.
Yeah.
Exactly. We want that nice, airy texture. All right, so just lightly incorporate this half. And now I'm
good.
gonna put in that sour cream.
That is good.
It's good, you like it? You got the
What's not
streusel
good about
topping,
it? I mean,
right? I mean, walnuts, delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a slight mix.
Did you guys go see any shows while you were there?
We didn't, no, we didn't see any shows. We had Iris with us.
Oh, Iris is not
And-
into Shakespeare?
Yeah, not yet.
God.
So we did a lot of playing in the park. We did a double-decker bus tour.
I love
Sat on the top. I tell anybody who's going to London that the double-decker bus tour, yes, it is touristy. There's a
it.
reason. It is so much fun,
Yeah.
and little kids love it because they're up there looking all around. You're like immersed in the scenery. Okay, so this is just mixed together. Now I'm gonna add our blueberries, but instead of just putting the blueberries directly in, toss them in a little bit of flour first. So you know we've all had a blueberry muffin that's been purple, and it's because those blueberries start to burst in there. The flour coating will help them keep intact, and it's gonna help them stay suspended in the batter
No
so that
sinking
they
to the
all don't
bottom.
sink down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this off. You wanna get that in there for me? Just use the little spatula and scrape it in. And I'm gonna stir these in by hand so that I don't break any of them. I'm not looking for purple batter here. And I just want them to be gently incorporated
Lubes.
You are.
And this batter does look thick. It's supposed to be, okay? We want a nice, thick, cake-like muffin batter.
My mom used to make these, and she used frozen blueberries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a good place to use frozen blueberries. And then I've got my muffin tin down here. I already coated it with a little bit of nonstick, or you can put melted butter with a pastry brush. And then I always like to use an ice cream scoop so that they are uniform in size. So this is about 1/4 cup that I'm doing here.
Okay.
And just go through each one. I find that it makes it so much less messy and so much easier just to go in there with the ice cream scoop.
That's when a recipe tells you the yield. I like to get to the yield, right?
Yes.
Like if it tells me it's supposed to make 12 and I can only get 10, I'm like, oh, I did something wrong. Then you start going into the other ones and dipping out of the other ones to make a full one. Yeah.
That's because you have like 3 tablespoons while you're making it.
Yeah.
That's
a
a
problem.
problem.
I know. I just want to eat this batter. I mean, let's be honest. Muffins are essentially cake, right?
Yeah.
Soft
Tiny cake.
They are.
Souffle.
Yeah.
They are just, you know, cake in disguise, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go in here
Oh, yeah.
with the streusel
OD
topping.
on it.
Now, you'll see I'm actually not using muffin liners. for
Guys,
Why is
this.
that?
Yeah,
Why is
applauding
that?
you
said
for
you
that.
don't care, and you're also being very messy. I like
Yeah.
that.
Why aren't you using liners?
Tried it both ways, with liners and without, and actually found that the streusel topping sticked to the muffin better.
Plus, nobody wants the
without the
blueberry
liner.
to stick to the paper, and that
Well,
happens a lot.
Did you spray it?
Yes.
Plus, the paper interferes with the heat, right?
Maybe that's why Muffin Tops got all the credit for the last
Right.
couple decades, because you'd waste all that caramelization and the contact with the heat by using the liners. And I would eat the liner. I would chew on it like
Yeah, I
used to
it
chew
like
on
the
that
back
one
of
when I
a
was
yogurt
a kid.
top.
All right, I'm gonna bake these in the oven, 375 for 20 to 25 minutes. Jeezy, can you believe I'm using the oven?
I can't.
stay
This is
put.
shocking.
It's that
Because-
one, Katie. It's
Yeah,
that.
it's right
Right
there.
there.
How-
There
how
it
to
is. Yep,
use this
right
thing?
there. No, it's that. Yep, there it is.
All right, and I'm gonna serve these with a spot of tea when we come back.
Oh, yes. We're getting the whole thing.
We're back, and we've reached the final stop on our culinary tour. My blueberry muffins, inspired by a trip to England, are almost ready for tea time. Are you guys
Yes.
ready for a little
Yes.
spot
Don't need
of
to
tea and something sweet to go with
yes.
it?
Yes.
I'm gonna make the final step to these blueberry muffins that are kind of reminiscent of a coffee cake. They have a little strudel or streusel topping. What would you guys say?
Streusel topping.
Streusel topping. All right, so I'm gonna make a little icing to go on them, or a little glaze, you could say. So I've got my powdered sugar, and I'm gonna whisk in a little bit of milk to this. Now, I always find when I'm making one of these glazes, it seems like I've got so much powdered sugar and so little liquid to go in it. But that's how you want it. This is gonna get real thin real fast. And then I'm gonna add just a little spot of lemon juice to this.
Oh, a spot.
A little spot of lemon juice, darling.
It's like probably the best all-time frosting ever. It's really a frosting.
Yeah.
It's it.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
It's like silly
You don't
simple.
need any egg
don't
whites. You
even
don't
need
need
No.
all the whole
No,
thing.
it's so easy.
And you can just do water, you can do orange juice.
Yes, yes. So whisk it until there's no lumps in there.
Uh-oh,
And
I know it's
now
coming.
I've got my muffins. They've come out of the oven. I let them cool completely. You'll look how pretty these are.
They're real pretty.
Wow.
Aren't they so pretty? All right, now I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of our glaze.
Okay.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
I've got tea down there. I've got English breakfast tea.
Okay.
So we're each gonna have a little bit of tea.
This is just
And I'm gonna
lovely.
go in and just give a
Oh, girl.
little glaze to each one.
Looking at these muffins, it reminds me of the meme on the internets where
It looks like the dogs.
a Chihuahua or a blueberry muffin. Sometimes you can't
I
tell. And I
haven't
see that one. It's
seen
kind of got the eyes
that.
in the nose.
Oh, is it Gus or a muffin?
Is it a Gus or a muffin?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
This looks piping hot. Be careful, I got to blow on it.
It's been a while since my dog Gus has gotten any airplay, right?
Well, that's what happens when you have I guess a baby girl.
Would you like 1 lump, 2, or 3?
I'm gonna go lumpless.
You know I'm
Straight
a
up.
lumps.
All right, I'm gonna put them on a little
man.
platter here because we're fancy. All right, so there's our beautiful platter of muffins.
Shiny and pretty.
If you all are having people over for breakfast or for a little tea, these are perfect. So that's the texture that you're looking for in there, and that's what we get from not over mixing.
I just popped the top. You know what I mean? That's
Oh,
what I
is
did.
that what you
I
did?
popped the top.
Oh,
Top to top.
Top of the muffin to you.